Hello everybody and welcome back. As always, I am Mateo311 and this is your channel for everything VR related. Today, we're checking out the 3v3 spell-slinging shooter, Wands Alliance. For those seeking instant gratification, my one-line soundbiteable review is Wands Alliance is an absolute blast of fresh air. If you're itching for something different than the typical shooter, or prefer more of a strategic focus, this title is worth checking out. So now that I've set the tone, from here we will continue with my normal review format, and since this is a multiplayer-only title, you won't have to worry about me spoiling anything. Now there are of course links and timestamps to everything I will be discussing, and I'll round the video out with some gameplay featuring 6 amazing content creators. But let's start things off with the summary. Wands Alliance is currently available on the Quest 2 for $19.99, with future platforms to be announced at a later date. It features 3v3 objective-based combat where you take on the role of one of 3 mage classes: damage, control, and support. Each class has their own passive abilities, spells, and specific role to play during combat. You can take 6 total spells into a game, but only 4 will be available per round. 2 of each will be held in your dual-wielded wands. You navigate via teleportation lanterns and will have to physically dodge incoming attacks. There's a total of 3 maps, 1 bomb defusal style gameplay mode, and 18 levels of linear unlocks including new spells and 3 additional characters. Overall, it's an excellent combination of strategy, cooperation, and physicality that plays unlike any other VR PvP title out there. Now, my personal experience with this title has been quite enjoyable. I jumped in with minimal expectations, and the combination of a teleportation-only and multiplayer-only title is a bit of a hard sell. Luckily though, this title has enough new mechanics to keep things exciting. You'll have to decide on the perfect combination of offensive, defensive, and utility-based spells. While you may gravitate to a specific class, it won't always be available for you, so you'll need to be familiar with every character, and the dual wielding of wands and hot swapping of spells does take some getting used to. So this steeper than average learning curve made me feel like I was fumbling through the tutorial, but in less than an hour, I was beginning to feel quite comfortable. I played multiple rounds with bots just to get more acquainted with the title, but in short order, they weren't putting up much competition. Now moving into multiplayer is where things truly kicked up a notch. Communication with your team is an absolute necessity, and you'll want to get the 3 separate classes working perfectly together. It's great to know you can push because you have the healer covering your back, or the controller is freezing enemy lanterns, limiting their mobility, while the damage dealer racks up some kills. We experienced everything from straight up blowout matches to 8-round games that ended up in a draw. The only issue I walked away with after my multiple play sessions was the overall scale of this title. 3 total maps, 1 gameplay mode, and 18 levels of linear unlocks, which will most likely take less than 20 hours, makes it feel like this title might start to get stale pretty quickly. Now I know the developers are working on some updates, which will be coming in the near future, but for right now, this is all we have. So the next question is, do I recommend you buy it? If you're currently looking for a competitive PvP title, especially one that relies on strategy, and traditional shooters aren't exactly what you're looking for, I would definitely recommend Wands Alliance based on how mechanically sound it is, but VR-only multiplayer titles can be a bit of a gamble. So if you're on the fence at all, you might want to wait for their first major update and see how the game is performing at that time. There's nothing worse than getting all excited about a new multiplayer title, playing it non-stop for 2 weeks, and then the player base dries up, and you couldn't even play it again if you wanted to. I don't personally believe Wands Alliance is headed in that direction, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. So what's the overall verdict? Wands Alliance is an exciting new competitive shooter with excellent mechanics and a surprisingly high amount of strategy. If you're not into traditional shooters but still craving some PvP action, this is the game for you. The pros include excellent combat, unique mechanics, and surprisingly good graphics on the Quest 2. On the con side, we have a limited overall amount of content. 3 maps, 1 gameplay mode, and a limited amount of unlockables might make this game get stale pretty quickly. Luckily, updates are already planned, and I have high hopes for the future of this game, but for now, let's jump into some narrated gameplay. I think it's best to start off with a round where we just straight up dominate the competition.
Alright, I'm gonna drop.
Loving the fire.
So we're playing defense. I'm gonna drop on Val at the beginning of the round, so we'll see exactly where they are.
Good. Oh, what's my name? Whoa, these do look like Gatling guns. That's pretty great. Yeah, they're really cool.
See, they're up here. Guys, they're up here.
So
back up. They are rushing in. They're going to, it looks like B.
We got them trapped. Where can I shoot?
Oh, some guns you have to hold in. Some weapons you have to hold in.
Yeah. That's weird. I thought I did that, but it didn't do anything.
Okay, I got a heal for you, big boy.
Thank you, brother. I can't figure out this one spell.
What is it? I know most of them.
Glacier Wall?
Glacier Wall. Yeah, you could drop it in front of yourself.
Steve's down.
Okay.
Oh, Rise is still there. Hey, buddy.
Alright, there you go. Unveiled.
He's so close to being dead. Oh, he teleported. Come here, buddy.
I'm backing you up, Soul.
Oh, okay.
Soul, you're getting heals.
What was that?
Okay, revealing, guys.
Nope. I need some healing.
Okay, I'm
I
coming.
can't hit Beardo from here.
I've got Benjo and Reese to fight here.
Okay,
on my own.
I'm coming. Got the heals. Nope, that's Solely. I'm coming.
Beardo just teleported.
Heals are in. Boom.
Nice.
Glorious healing. I love playing
I
support.
can't believe I'm actually enjoying a game with no free movement. It's weird.
Yeah, right?
Now from the main menu, you will be able to access all of the different characters, read about their special passive abilities, and even test fire all of your spells.
I'm already winning.
Okay, so like I said, this is a 3v3 PvP title. You're not going in it alone, but you also have to pick one of 3 classes. That's damage, control, and support. Now, as you level up, you will unlock new cards. The cards are the actual spells you can cast, and you have a different role, obviously, here. Damage, simple enough. You're gonna be trying to kill the enemy as much as possible, and you get this little bonus here. You regain 40 health whenever you deal the killing blow. Pretty awesome. Now, control, if you've noticed... Yeah. Now, if you notice one thing, my height actually changes between characters, which I think is a very unique feature, because you are ducking and dodging incoming attacks. So if you're smaller, it's easier to get under those attacks. Makes sense. So that's one pretty cool feature. Obviously, he has a special passive ability. When he falls below 60 health, you gain armor, which will block most incoming attacks. So, like, you could jump in there. You have that opportunity to jump in there and get something done really fast, or take the objective, which we will get to. And obviously, support class.
What doesn't kill you makes you hurt. Quite a lot, actually.
So, I got a little bit shorter there, which is cool. And you can see when you heal players, you get health back. So, obviously, you need all of these players in unison, and what spells you bring to the table make a big difference. Now, each hand will have a wand, and each hand has 2 spells you can switch between. So you're really bringing 4 into battle, but you get to bring more than 4 to the match. So between each round, if you want to do a quick swap-a-rooney, you have 2 other cards to change out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can do math. And as you play matches, you will unlock new cards. It is completely linear, so everyone's kind of on a level playing field. They don't make the biggest change because using different cards comes down to how you like to play the game. You know, there's a lot of different strategy here.
I suck up so much damage.
Yay.
They call me the Sponge.
Okay, Sponge. So if we switch over to control here, you'll see they're about controlling the actual battlefield. Ah, makes sense. Very obvious. You could do stuff like freeze lanterns. Lanterns are how you get around in this game. It is a teleportation game, but it works really well. We'll show some footage, trust me. Anywho.
And let's just finish this video off with a round that was down to the wire.
We're in OT, boys.
Oh.
We're in OT.
This is going on forever.
Yeah, we're in OT. We're in round 8.
Overtime means more nuggets.
What? I reckon let's go left straight away. I'm gonna go left straight away just to see if they come B. Because they've been hitting B.
No, I'm not split up from Tanner.
Hold on. I'm
Alright, Steve knows is at the...
Soul has a spot he likes.
Look,
I got Soul. I got him. I hit him with the big boom. Reese is at B.
Oh yes. Steve's hurting. Steve's hurting big. I've just hit him twice.
Yeah, and I'm wrecking him. Beardo, I need that heal. I need that heal.
Hold on.
Never mind. I got him. Don't worry.
Boys.
I got him. Don't worry.
Boy, listen, let's just do that again. Just do that, exactly that again.
Well, you know what it is?
Nice and
I
easy, nice and easy.
followed him behind Soul, so he didn't see me.
Well done.
Damn. Damn.
Oh, wait.
That was a bit of a better match.
That was
Dude,
good.
it was a draw.
Oh,
That was better.
Okay, everybody, that was today's review of Juan's Alliance. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I'd love to hear your comments down below. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing.